Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm very excited today because it's the 22nd of February and we're going to make another change when it comes to our diet or our way towards healthy diet and lifestyle. So the first one was not to have any temptation in the house and to avoid alleys in the shops. So not to buy any rubbish food. Now, second thing we're going to do, and I hope you've done really well with this one. So the second thing we're going to do, we're going to swap all white stuff for whole grain. So all the highly processed foods, as in like white rice, white pasta, white bread, we're swapping it for whole grain. Now let's start with rice. Let's start first. Why are we doing this? We are swapping this stuff because white stuff is, they call it white poison, and it is not healthy. It's stripped out of fiber and B vitamins, and it really has got very low nutritional value, and all the carbohydrates are broken down into simple sugars when ingested. So when it comes to complex carbohydrates, as in whole grain, they are slow releasing energy. So all the processed and simple carbohydrates, they are gonna raise your blood sugar and your insulin levels quite quick. And when the insulin levels are up, there is no fat burning. And excess carbohydrates are stored in cells as fat. So you have to remember that. That's why we're swapping white for whole grain. Now, when it comes to white rice, you have an option of brown rice, and brown rice is actually very healthy. When it comes to brown rice, you can also eat wild rice. It's a good option as well. Brown rice is very, very healthy. It's a very good option for adding it to your meals. Now, when it comes to cooking time, you have to spend a little bit longer on cooking it, because it cooks, when normal white rice cooks for about 15 to 20 minutes, whole grain rice cooks for much longer, for about 40 to 45 minutes at least. So, well, this is what you have to do. You have to make these changes like that in order to get healthier. When it comes to white pasta, we're swapping white pasta for whole grain pasta. And when it comes to taste, personally, I don't really see much difference. So I would say, and the cooking time is exactly the same. So there's not much difference there. When it comes to breads now, white bread is terrible. It's just like, it has like almost no nutritional value. And you have to be very careful, because what you want to do, you want to choose whole grain. You want to choose whole grain, you want to choose rye. Rye bread is actually a very good option. And when it comes to whole grain bread, you have to be very careful. You have to read labels when it comes to bread. As all the food like manufacturers, they really want us to think their food is healthy. So a lot of times brown bread is dyed so it looks like it's healthy, but when you actually start reading the labels, it's probably, most of it is going to be wheat flour. So white flour like 80% and then 20% whole wheat, but they call it whole wheat. So this is what they do. So it's either you have to find the one that is 100% whole grain or rye, and it doesn't have any like sugar or salt. It's really hard, to be honest, these days to find a good bread. And if you don't bake it yourself, which you can obviously do, and I encourage you to, but yeah, I encourage you to, you can sometimes spend quite a lot of time on looking for a good bread. So yeah, so you have to be very careful. So you have to read labels. And also, what I want to stress here is that when we eat these carbohydrates, eat small portions. Don't eat too much of it, because excess carbohydrates, if they are not burned for energy, they are stored as fat in your cells. And this is what you do. This is what you have small portions of either pasta or rice, like not too much, really not too much, and experiment with some, I don't know, with buckwheat or quinoa is really good as well. I started loving quinoa like recently. I eat it quite a lot, quite often, not a lot, but quite often, and I absolutely love it. It's got loads of protein. And what else? When it comes to bread, I would suggest that you don't eat more than sort of like 2 slices of bread a day, or if they are like small bread slices, you can eat 3, but not more. The same when it comes to pita breads, it counts as that as well. And try to substitute it for something else. So it's not like you're going to eat a sandwich for lunch, a sandwich for breakfast, and a sandwich for supper or anything like that, or I don't know. So it's try to substitute it for some other foods. And yeah, and when it comes to pastas and stuff like that, just try to have small portions, not like too much, you know. And yeah, so this is, I think, let me see, yeah, I think this is it for today. So I hope you guys, I hope you're going to make all these changes, and I hope you're doing really well. As usual, please leave questions if you do have any, and how you're doing. And yeah, I hope you guys are going to implement these changes into your diet and your lifestyle and get healthier. And yeah, and one more thing is, like, you know, I want to say that I've created another channel. It's called Magda's World recently, and if you haven't subscribed yet, it's about anything and everything. So anything but nutrition and fitness. So if you're interested, please subscribe. I'll post the link below this video, and it's also, you can find it on my main page of this channel. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day. Tell me what you think about this challenge, and I'll see you next time. Bye.